You know, it's been a work of joy. I've said that countless times. I have loved every day of this job. I have met people I'd never meet any other way. I've learned about things that I never would have learned about any other way. The responsibility of mayor of a small community like ours, it's not so small anymore, 193,000 people, is really enormous. And in my sense, and people can do the job differently than I did it and be successful. I don't pretend or suppose that I have any magic approach to any of this stuff, but you know, my sense is that people elect you to provide leadership and to provide vision and to provide direction. And sometimes they agree with you and sometimes they don't, and that's the great part about a democracy. Everybody's entitled to their opinions and to their perspectives, and I respect that. But you have to believe in what you're doing, and you have to, as a leader, look over your shoulder and make sure people are following, because otherwise you're not leading. And doing that, engaging the public, being involved, trying to go everywhere that I'm asked as much as I possibly can do that, has given me a sense of what the public expects and what they need and what they want. And then I try to articulate how we can go about getting those things done. And this has absolutely not been, in my mind, about me. I have never aspired to public office. In fact, when I was first approached about running, I told the people that came that my mother didn't raise any dumb children, and I had no intention of doing this. And I've sort of been of that view ever since. I say to my wife every now and then that if people want to be good to me, they'll vote for me, and if they want to be very good to me, they won't. But if you take the job and people entrust you with the job, and that's what this is, I view it as a civic responsibility that all of us have to contribute to the world that we were brought into. And I think all of us have an obligation to the extent of their ability and their skill and their training and their education to make a contribution in some way or another. I've been privileged to be able to do it as a mayor. And so what you do is try to identify those components that have to come together to make the whole work, to build the kind of community that I frequently describe, and others have taken up the message, where people want to live, learn, work, and raise a family. It's a combination of all of those things that make what we call a city. And it's doing together collectively as a community those things that make things happen and make for success that we can't do separately. And so being able to articulate goals and opportunities, risks that people can understand and relate to, and can set aside their differences and come together for the common good, is, I think, the primary challenge of public office in this day and age. And I've been very fortunate in being able to, you know, sort of, as I said earlier, look over my shoulder and find that most people are there and supportive and encouraging and offering their friendship and their energy. So it's been just a wonderful experience, and I've been grateful for the privilege and the opportunity every day. And you know, at the end, you hope that the efforts that you made, and I put in an enormous amount of time in doing this, make somebody's life a little better and give young people a sense of hope and opportunity, and that people feel that they're better off.